Hello and welcome to my bedroom. This is Home Time. It's a little show where I try and cheer you up. So let's crack on. Did anyone else see that baby become a superhero? Not everyone quite so gifted. And this dog tried out a new look.
What are you doing, Thomas? Hey buddy, what are you doing?
Now, a lot of you have been asking me about an incident last Friday. Was that a cheeky can of Thatcher's cider you were swigging on Lorraine? Yes. Yes, it was.
We're doing lovely dog walks together because he's got Archie's with him.
Yeah.
Of course.
And
that keeps you going.
It went mental. It was trending on Twitter. Christ, the Sun printed this. TV viewers shocked as Russell Howard swigged cider at 9:15 a.m. Were they shocked? Were they really shocked? Awesome! Love it! Quarantine rules equals airport rules. Exactly, Kimberly. It's fruit. It's fine. Correct, Emma. It's one of my 5 a day. This was my favourite comment. Lorraine must be fucking raging. She wanted to be part of the sesh too. Exactly. I think you'll find that people are shocked that NHS staff are being told to wear aprons as protective gowns run out. But a comedian sat in his house having fun juice for breakfast. Not only did nobody give a shit, they wanted me knighted. How British is that? Arise, Sir Shit-faced. The only reason I did this, I was meant to be on my brother's stag do and I was trying to cheer him up. That was also the reason why I showed this photo on national TV. He's an amazing younger brother and an incredible Ronald Koeman lookalike. Do you know the funny thing? He hasn't changed. And neither have I. I'll always be your older brother. I'll always have your back. Like the time you shit yourself when you were 12. Or the time that you tried to get off with that camel. Or when you went through that weird phase of dressing up as a Scottish flasher. Or the fact that when you fall asleep, you look like a thumb. Don't worry, Dan. Your wedding will go ahead. The stag do will be rearranged. I can see it now. We're in a tavern. We're all drinking. And you arrive in style like this. So we got a packed show for you today. My first guest is a comedy superstar. You're used to seeing Jack Whitehall like this.
I walk up, I'm like, hello, where are you travelling from today, sir? France. No, Spain. Shit, sorry, Italy. Don't know why I said that. Didn't sleep on the plane. Drugs didn't work. Not drugs like drugs. I mean drugs like sleeping pill drugs. I don't have any drugs on me, I promise you. I'm not a mule. Don't look at my bottom. I have explosive diarrhea. Not explosive like a bomb. Shit, just said bomb in an airport. Well, it's just a word. The more you say it, the less offensive it becomes. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Oh, it's like a song. Bomb, 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 bomb. I'll stop saying bomb now because you're all looking at me like I'm a terrorist. I promise you, I'm not a terrorist. I'm just Jack, plain old Jack. Hi, Jack. Not hi, Jack. Shit, no, don't shoot.
But today, he joins us like this.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
Finally, I'm in your bedroom.
Finally, it's taken some time. But what I like about your bedroom is it looks as... Is that your bedroom?
We call this the study.
Okay, it is barren.
It is really barren, which is because it's a study and I don't have any use for a study because I don't properly work.
What is that thing just behind you? That thing.
This.
Lower. Yes, what's that?
This? No, this is... Oh, well, this is quite old. Now you can see I'm in shorts.
Oh, yeah. I mean, everyone was anticipating just absolute nakedness then, Jack.
You switch up days now into trouser days and short days. I've had like 2 days where I've got fully dressed. That's actually like the... This is the tops. Like one of my first ever birthday cakes, which my mum has kept and put into my house. So I have Robin Hood in like a... To be honest, I didn't even know that this was in here, but my mum must have put it in my house when I moved in.
How has that survived?
I don't know, because it must be made of cake. I'm quite scared to open it in case it's just all gonna like rot and fall apart. But I think that's like marzipan.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Michael Jackson at a fancy dress.
That's what I asked for. I wanted Michael Jackson as Robin Hood, made out of marzipan to put on my cake. I
Right.
can't believe we're talking about this Robin Hood.
No, I love it.
I
Though.
didn't remember this existed. I was obsessed with Robin Hood. That's why all of my childhood I used to dress up as Robin Hood, and I would wear like tights. That was the main thing. I really liked the feel of tights, and I just loved his kind of swagger and the little moustache. Errol Flynn as Robin Hood was like my hero growing up. So I used to dress up as Robin Hood to all these like family events and stuff. I had these phases, each of them very defined, and like Robin Hood was like 3 years, and then there was Thunderbirds, which again I was obsessed with. And I, the weird thing that my mum always likes to remind me of is that I was so obsessed with Scott Tracy from Thunderbirds that I wanted my hair to look like Scott Tracy from Thunderbirds. So I would cry some mornings because she hadn't made it look properly like Scott Tracy's.
That's what I love about this. People are really revealing real dark secrets about themselves. Like already,
I wasn't ready to share any of this.
But I like the fact that you have.
It's not the plan, but you know, I feel uncomfortable because I'm in my study, and so I feel like I can share these things with you.
How are you dealing with the lockdown?
Well, clearly not very well. I mean, I've just like unloaded all of that onto you because this is my first human contact in a while.
Well, what I've noticed, I've been checking your Instagram like a virtual stalker, and some of the food that you've been cooking looks exquisite.
Oh, thank you very much.
Really, he does.
Really lent into that.
Yeah.
Really filthy meals.
Yeah.
Coming out of my kitchen.
But you're going under the moniker of the food slut. Is that right?
Yeah, I started an Instagram called Food Slut because I want to document some of the dishes that will have me kind of crane lifted out of my house at the end of this. But yeah, no, I really love cooking. And also just like, it's funny when stuff gets taken away, how much you miss it. Like yesterday morning, I made my own version of the sausage egg McMuffin from McDonald's, and it was just made my day.
It looks great.
It is exceptional. Cheese inside the sausage patty. Mind blown.
But I can't imagine you in a McDonald's.
I mean, I've never been to a McDonald's. Drive through.
But I love the fact that you're very well educated. You're a very an intelligent young man, and yet clearly you have a whore-like mouth that must be fed filth. I thought you'd be eating really, I don't know, like sort of duck dishes and like really refined food. But it turns out you eat like a dirty,
slutty man.
Yeah.
But you know, needs must. We're in exceptional times. It's very hard to find grouse during a lockdown. You have to improvise and deviate from your normal diet.
Are you missing stand-up?
Yeah, I do miss stand-up. I mean, I had my massive tour just before this.
Yeah, you fucking did, didn't you? Which you finished, you prick.
Sorry to rub that one in.
Yeah,
but you know what it's like when you get to the end of the tour. You.
No, I don't. I don't know what it's like, Jack. I don't know what it's like to finish a tour. I know what it's like to start one and then end up to living with your fucking parents eating a shepherd's pie. I don't know what it's like to travel the world doing it.
You could go downstairs and try out some jokes on that.
Yeah, imagine that. Well, you say that. Look what I've got.
Oh wow! Do a cheeky preview over the shepherd's pie.
I could do, man. That was so brilliant. Jack Whitehall, thank you very much for sharing time with us. Go to your kitchen, prepare what you're going to cook now. Pulled pork in like a maple syrup bun, something like that.
A saxophone-shaped beef Wellington.
If you pull that off, that would be extraordinary. Yeah. Nice.
How did these ideas come to me?
Yeah, the wonderful Jack Whitehall. Brilliant stuff. Join me after the break when I'll be talking to a BAFTA award-winning filmmaker who's now working for the NHS, and we'll have music from Kasabian's Serge Pizzorno. Welcome back to the show. Now, my next guest won a BAFTA for his film Exodus, which charted his journey from Syria to this country. He's since put filmmaking on ice, and he's now working full-time as an NHS cleaner. Please welcome the fantastic Hassan Akkad!
I'm in.
Hello, mate.
Yeah. Can you see me? Hi.
I can see you perfectly.
Great. How are you?
I'm very well. More importantly, how are you? Have you just finished your shift?
Yeah, 2 hours ago. I work at the hospital from 7 to 3, 5 days a week. So yeah, not too bad.
And how? What made you decide?
Couple of reasons. The news of the NHS staff being infected and finding out that most hospitals now are hotspots for the virus, and most of the wards have become COVID-19 wards. So I thought cleaning is an important job during this time, because when you are cleaning and disinfecting, you are looking after your fellow NHS staff, and you're making sure that patients are in a clean and a disinfected area. My other reasons is that the hospital which was asking for cleaners is my local hospital. I live in East London, and the Whipps Cross Hospital is a 10-minute walk from me. So yeah. I thought about it. I said, if something to happen to me, that's where I will go. And if my ill neighbors are probably there. So I wanted to do something to the community, and I did that.
Amazing.
I mean, I hate to take the credit for this, because I've only been doing it for 2 weeks, and I'm doing it until we flatten the curve, and until I can physically and mentally can do that. But I have so much respect for the people who do that, who do this job, like people who work for the NHS. They are doing such incredible job. I'm in awe of all of them.
Because we've had a decade where, not only has it been cut by governments, but also the media, who are now like applauding the NHS. They really played their part in it. Every single story that you read about for the last 10 years was doctors making mistakes or how they were paid too much. And it felt like there was a real concerted effort to destroy it. And what we've learned from this is that we need our NHS more than ever.
It's such an incredible point, because I've only been living in the UK for 4 years. I left Syria, came here. So I don't know the history of the NHS and how bad was the NHS treated, but I have been following for the past 2 years, and the NHS was on the verge of being privatized. It's severely underfunded. And even within the NHS itself, let's get to that point, to the where the cleaners and the porters and the security guards and the medical assistants, they're extremely underpaid. Their salaries. Honestly, I was speaking to some of my colleagues. I don't know how they can afford to live. And
Absolutely.
these are the very people, Russell. These are the very people who would not be able to enter this country if Priti Patel's point-based migration system were to be introduced, because
Absolutely.
all of them are from migrant background, and they are underpaid, and still they are on the front line.
Absolutely.
I keep saying, moving forward, when this nightmare is over, we should definitely have a national discussion of how we treat our working class, and how we treat the people, like the NHS staff and everyone who's on the front line now.
If you spend any time in hospital, you realize that the people looking after your loved ones are migrants. They're coming from Africa, they're coming from Portugal, they're coming from Eastern Europe, and all of them working long hours, skilled in every sense, full of empathy and care. It just blew my mind. You can't spend time in a hospital and have ill feeling towards migrants. You just cannot, because they are literally the lifeblood of the NHS.
Not just the NHS, Russell. Let's get real a bit. Even before the crisis hits, I'm sorry to this, but Deliveroo drivers, Uber drivers, people like bus drivers, rubbish collectors, most of them are from migrant background.
And we've spent 3 years demonizing these so-called leeches that leech off our system. And when the shit has hit the fan, they are quite literally cleaning shit off of the fan.
Yeah. I couldn't put it. You said it really well. I want to put that on a T-shirt.
Just the text, not the image. That's not. Is there something that you're looking forward to in the future that kind of keeps you going? That keeps
Yes,
you...
I am. It's not going to stop here for me. Luckily now I have a platform and people are listening to what I'm saying. So when this is done, I'm going to be out there on the street campaigning and lobbying for more funding for the NHS and also for lobbying and campaigning for us to embrace people who are coming into this country and stop demonizing them and help in any way possible. Keep going.
I feel like I could be talking to a future prime minister.
Imagine.
It feels like, I feel like it's 1970 and I'm talking to a young man called Barack Obama. Thanks for everything you do, man. And let's keep in contact.
I appreciate the support, by the way. This is really good. Thanks.
Pleasure, man. Take care. See you later.
Bye.
Now, my next guest is a member of one of the biggest rock bands in the world. You're used to seeing him like this. But now, Serge Pizzorno is like this. Hello, mate.
Hello.
Where are you?
Home in Leicester.
Oh.
And this is the little escape pod. I'm just not leaving the house. We just don't leave the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm writing the album as we speak, so that's kind of how I roll anyway. I mean, it's not really changed my life a great deal in terms of when I'm writing albums. I really, you know, I've been locked down since 2002, really.
Well, it's clearly working for you. Are you writing an album for Kasabian at the minute, or is that your solo stuff?
Yeah, that's. But specifically
you?
at the moment, I'm doing it. Yeah, Kasabian album is like, that's what I'm in. That's where I'm in.
And how does that work with the other guys? Do you do like Zoom chats to kind of say, oh, I think this, or?
You know what? When I'm sort of writing, I tend to lock myself away. Anyway, it won't be until I've got it figured out to a point that the boys will come in anyway. So again, it will be like at the end of this, you know, however long we've got locked away, you know, we'll sit around and go, right, boys, I think we're back on now. Let's, you know, they'll be dreaming, to be fair.
What's amazing about you is that you kind of predicted this because you wrote a song called Lockdown.
Yeah, it's bizarre. It is bizarre. I mean, it wasn't about a pandemic. I can't claim I knew that much.
Yeah. What you predicted in your lyrics were lots of drinking, lots of fever, and lots of masturbation. So in many ways, you called it, mate. Now, as a special treat, you're actually going to perform Lockdown for us now.
Yes.
So this is
I'll give it a go.
In lockdown.
In lockdown.
For people in lockdown.
Yeah, wicked.
I was on a lockdown, doing what I'm told. She was in a tracksuit, story must be told. I was getting fucked up, drinking with the boys. She was in the bedroom, playing with a toy. Bobby's got a false hand, loves a KFC, down in the high rise, a late night remedy. I was on a lockdown, doing what I'm told. She was in a tracksuit, story must be told. I was on a lockdown, breaking all the rules. I worship at the altar of all the silly fools. I was getting fucked up, drinking with the boys. She was in the bedroom, being with the toy. And I know, and I feel like I got nothing to lose. I can make you forget who you are. all the lamb's bread, FIFA 94, the view from the carpet, never seen before. 'Cause I was on a lockdown, doing what I'm told. She was in a tracksuit, story must be told.
Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Sergio Pizzorno. There you go.
Yes, brother.
Full name. Thank you so much, man. That was absolutely brilliant.
Oh, pleasure, mate. I hope it was okay. You know, I had no idea. Been locked down for so long now, I don't know what's going on.
Sounded great, man. To the future, I will see you on the other side. Best of luck with the album. And see you soon.
Cheers, bro.
There you go, that's the show. Thank you very much for watching. Please give it up for my guests, Jack Whitehall, Hassan Akkad, and Serge Pizzorno. You can contact me using the hashtag HomeTime. Send me any stories, people you want me to chat to, anything you've got to say, really. Hope you enjoyed the show and have a fantastic week. I'm coming, Lorraine. Jesus Christ.